and welcome to today's episode of Real Talk with Dada podcast. My name is Adedamola Emmanuel. You know me, and I know you always will. So today's topic, I'm not going to take too long. It's just going to be talking about what are the things you shouldn't do when you're pressured to marry. I repeat, what are those things you shouldn't do while you're pressured to marry? So marriage is expensive, right? And so is divorce. So who would want to go through that route? I mean, if you get married, why would you want to divorce? So my point is, why would you want to make pressure allow you to get married? So that's why today's topic is very important. Call your friends that are matured single. Call anybody that you think needs to hear this and send it to them and click like. So the first reason why you should never call for pressure is because it is about you. It is your life. It has to do with you and you alone. Because when the music fades, you're going to have to dance to the tune. This thing about marriage is so funny that all the paparazzis actually doesn't really end, because if you have a good marriage, right? But what if something now happens because you call to pressure and then you marry the wrong person? That day is a day that is for everybody, right? But after that day, the beauty and the very funny thing about that night is that you guys are alone, and then everybody goes to their houses, and then they have moved on and they have forgotten what they put you through. So there's no reason whatsoever for anybody to be pressured or to fall for the pressure, because you cannot actually dictate what people do to you, but you can actually dictate how you react to it. So that's what I'm saying. Never ever allow them or people. Yeah, we know that some of them have good intention and stuff like that, and then they start. But even in their good intentions, they talk about the biological clock. They talk about you want to die lonely and stuff like that. These things are pressure that nobody needs, because the truth is, everybody has something that is bothering them, but it's just different. So why do we have to keep putting pressure on ourselves or putting pressure on people or allowing them to put pressure on you? Because that's part of your life. You have not checked it or tick the button. So that's one thing you should never do. Remember, a marriage can never happen unless both partners are convinced, right? So if you're not convinced and then they pressurize you to marry the person, there's a problem. And with women, we always have instincts, but we just somehow just don't even, recognize our instincts. If your instinct probably tells you it's not okay, then it's really not okay. It's really not okay. And with the guy too, you should also be careful, because this pressure, it goes both ways. Now have your own plan, right? Decide what is best for you. You as in you. When I say you, I mean YOU. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to further your education, whether you want to look for a better job, whether you want to have financial stability, concentrate on your own plan and do not allow pressure to make you deviate from it. Distractions is what you really don't need. The next thing you want to do is you want to communicate with friends and family that are putting you under pressure. Thank you, Eshe. I know you love me, but you see, can we focus on other things? There's no need to run away from parties or run away from events of your cousin that is getting married or your kinikon. There's no need. Be yourself. Be in your world. Be happy for yourself and love yourself. That's the most important thing. It could come out as, okay, she's being, opinionated, ujoreluju and stuff like that. Whatever. Anybody can say anything, but it is about you and about the fact that it is what you want. Of course, you have an ideal thing that you want, and so you will not allow anybody to put you under pressure, because at the end of the day, eleru lo magbere, right? I'm saying in English, at the end of the day, you will carry your load by yourself. Be confident. If you have decided that it's not yet time, then leave it that way and stick to it. Because when you buckle under pressure, it will take you nowhere. A strong willpower will definitely take you somewhere. Then always pause and contemplate. Marriage is not something that you should rush into. I said it earlier. When the day is done, you just sit down and think about what you want from life. You don't want to be pressured. Pressure can make you get into the wrong marriage, and that is exactly what we're trying to avoid. You see, if a lot of people have not been pressured to get married, you probably would have fewer divorces. Yeah, because at the end of the day, when people get into marriage, then you start hearing something like, I didn't know, I was put under pressure and stuff like that. Hello, never ever allow pressure to make you get married. So I'm saying the things you should never do is never ever run away from parties, run away from friends, run away from people that are organizing parties because you're single. No, face it head on and let them know what you want. Never lose your focus as per the disturbing you for marriage, and then because of that you leave other parts of your life, right? Other parts of your life that you're supposed to be working on. Other part of your life, like maybe studying. Some people actually fixate themselves on this marriage so much so that once they finish school, they don't want to do anything else. All they want to do is now searching, and then they keep searching, going from one church, hotel, club, I don't know, different places just to find a man. Then they now make it a missionary case. It's called Letonye, right? You're supposed to live your life. Everything will fall in place. Do you believe it? Because everything works together for good to them that love God. Never ever allow pressure to get a hold of you, so much so you get into the wrong marriage. Remember, marriage is expensive, so is divorce. That's where we stop today. We'll see you again next episode. My name remains Adidamola, like I said earlier on, and I'm just here minding my father's business. Take care and bye for now.